are here at Adobe Max Live. Running a little late. Andrew's going to be here in a moment, but there's John outside at the event. I'm here inside at the Premiere booth. Ben's in Australia. Crazy. And there's Andrew from the UK. Sorry we're a little late, guys. It's quarter after. Usually we start at 10, but we got the show going, and that's a sweet hat, Andrew.
You got the show going?
Yes, we do. We are rolling, man. It's quarter after. So, John, why don't you tell us what it's like outside there?
Hey there, everybody. I feel like a news reporter, like coming to you live from outside the event. So just to give everyone a sense of where we're at in downtown Los Angeles, this is a big billboard behind me, directly across from Adobe Max. They've been running Adobe ads the whole time. And also behind me, if you guys can see that, there's a row of digital trucks. Whoops, and my phone keeps doing that. Sorry, everybody. I don't know why. Technology. There's a row of digital trucks here. They're just cube trucks outfitted with Adobe signage and billboards that are going to be driving around downtown here. And if you look behind me, can you guys see that building back there? That is the South Hall. That is the main expo floor where Kyle is right now.
Inside. Yeah.
Inside, the classrooms are upstairs, and then all of this behind me is still convention center, all the way down there, which is the West Hall, which is the main entrance and where lunch is and stuff like that. And I've already timed it. It is a half mile between that and that, back and forth. So pretty big. They have the entire convention center this year as compared to years past. So really, really big show this year.
Yeah.
Give me the time there, guys.
Fun stuff.
It's the time. It's quarter after 10 a.m. And what time is it there for you?
Anyway, it's quarter after.
So, yeah. Anyway, so Ben, do you have any questions about Max? I mean, basically, I could show you. Like, here we are. I've got this on a gimbal, and here's a bit of a tour. We've got the After Effects booth here, right? So I've been helping out a bit on the After Effects booth, and some great engineers there.
It's just been fascinating to me to watch some of the launches yesterday, Karl. So what kind of stuff did you see yesterday during the presentations?
Well, the Sneaks was the most amazing thing because Sneaks is where it all happens for the new announcements. The biggest thing that happened for the Adobe Max Sneaks was probably the Premiere generative AI moment where, you know how we've always wanted to have Photoshop masks, like the tools of Photoshop in Premiere? We've always wanted it, yeah. Right? So what they do is it's a portal, and it's not there yet. It's not now. This is the future of creativity. The name of our show is Future of Creativity. We'll talk about the stuff that's available now. Andrew's got a whole bunch of stuff set up about what's actually now available.
We've got that clip ready to roll.
Yeah. So okay. Why don't you roll that? Awesome.
So video editing has evolved a lot, but it's still very difficult to do compared to image editing. Think of when was the last time you actually edited a personal video compared to a personal image when you upload it to Instagram. So Project Frame Forward is a way that leverages the power of Gen AI and lets you edit the first frame of the video when you want to edit the video. Let me show you how easy this can be. So I have this video here, and I want to remove the middle person, okay? So the first thing I'll do is I'll extract the first frame. So this is the first frame of the video. And I simply go into Photoshop, and you all saw the amazing trace erase. Why don't we just do that? So I can select this person in Photoshop, and I can just use the trace erase button, okay? And this is going to remove the person, okay? Yeah. Hold on. This is what you've seen. All right, so now we have this edit. I can come back, and I can load my edit. Okay, so this is just a single image. Then I start propagating. So our model takes two things, the input video and then the edited first frame. And it's going to analyze the entire video and decides what to do with the rest of the video. And just like that.
Wow. That girl's going to be mad as hell. She got cut from that.
And there
That is just crazy, eh?
That is mad.
And
That
there was
is
one other
mad.
piece that came after that, which was even blew my mind. That piece was with a cat. I believe it was an AI gen cat. And you lassoed an area to make a puddle by text prompt. The cat crosses in front of the puddle and the reflection is also made. Same tool. So
But you
that's
can
coming up next year, basically.
And you
That's
can
the new
see
stuff.
all of this. I'm going to post this in the comments now. So anyone wants to find that, they can find that video right there.
Yeah.
There we go.
Thanks, Andrew. Awesome. So there was that, yeah. Andrew, there was also, we have a big shout out to our sponsors, Digital Anarchy and Lucid Link. Thank you very much, because we're here, and I'm here partly because of the Adobe Community Expert Program. So then, Andrew, maybe you have that link. So Sil Cleary, awesome. Yeah, that's that there. Thank you.
So meet some of our experts. So these guys, Adobe are looking for community experts, people who can join it. Have a look at the site. Again, I will dump this into the chat. So anyone that wants to participate, and there's a lot of you out there that should be, because you're very, very bright indeed. You'll find this in the chat, so you can link to this and actually apply to join the Adobe,
Right. And
the
so
Adobe
what that
expert community.
Yeah, so what that is basically, I'm working the booth here. Thanks, Andrew, because I get my feedback of audio from when there's a screen share. So, what we do is people come up, they paid to come here to the Adobe Max Creativity Conference, and then we sit at the booth and we help, we answer questions and show them the new tricks, and it's pretty cool. It's fun. It's a lot about community artists and musicians getting together. Yeah.
And just going back to our wonderful sponsors, which is Lucid Link and Digital Anarchy, we normally we just show their sites. We could do that now, but instead what we're going to do, we've got two demos, one from Lucid Link showing their latest releases, and we've got one from Digital Anarchy. We'll play both of those in a while, because both of them are really worth watching. Really, really worth watching, especially whilst Karl's frozen. So there we go. He's back. And John's there somewhere. Let's have a look what John's doing.
Oh, there is Johnny.
There's Max.
Nice,
he's
John.
Coming towards you. He's getting he's hunting you down. So look,
Johnny, are you on?
We've got,
your audio. Can we just hear on Johnny for a second? Oh, Johnny, your mic's muted. Could you tell us where you're at? Or not? We're live in Los Angeles at Adobe Max.
Let's just go with him muted for the moment, and we'll carry on. So, there's been a lot. Adobe 25. This is all about the future of creativity, and there's a lot going on here this year. Not the least of which is we all know the industry is changing, and one of the things that is changing is editors and content creators are now pretty much pari passu. There is. Each can do what the other can do now. There's more and more tools coming. This means everyone can leverage the power of AI to make their workflows better, retain their clients, go and do new things. This opens up a whole new world, as it were. And I know that there's a post, there's something directly where Adobe Mobile have done a deal, which is coming. It's not there yet, but it is coming, where you're going to be able to link directly. They're partnering directly with YouTube. Do you want to see a quick short on that?
Yeah, that's a big announcement with Adobe partnering with YouTube to streamline what we're doing here now. I don't know exactly what the nuance is. In the next show that we do, we'll come back and reflect on exactly the more detailed stuff when we're not trying to do a live event. And Dan, speaking of sponsors though, this is League, and Digital Anarchy, thanks for the dough. We definitely need to get John a gimbal, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
We need to get him a little Osmo Pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get something like that. So look, here's a quick video just talking about posting directly to YouTube. Here we go, running. Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Because listen,
Johnny, we're going to get you a gimbal, buddy.
yeah. So listen, the one thing we do know is lots of editors out there are hoping or trying to get into social media, right? And they just don't understand that, how do you post, where do you post, what do you do? Adobe are really making tools that is going to make that easier and easier as time goes on. And this is one of those steps forward where, I'd love to know what you think about this, guys. Ben, what's your feeling on mobile video and all of these tools, the power it's bringing?
Hi.
Well, other than he's found it.
Sorry, guys, I'm not hearing.
Yeah,
anything.
that's okay. He won't hear you, but you'll hear on my mic. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to assume.
No. I was just going to say, I'm touching on that social media side of it. Clients, that's where client spaces are going. It's as much as we like to sit in those traditional spaces of, corporate, whatever, because part of my business structure is that I've got to be so multifaceted, is that you do have to get across all these things all of a sudden. So it is finding out, what's the best social formats for most clients. And part of your brief now changes into being one finished video. You're having to develop almost a suite of formats and ratios and durations out of one piece of content. And so that ability to have a tool that makes it versatile for you makes it super easy.
And could you ask the same question of John, please, Kyle? What he's making of mobile editing?
Yes.
I'm going to find some better lighting here for us, because this is a bit red. We can
It's
come
fine.
over here, and then then we'll repeat the question.
Or
go.
you could tell us about this. Ask him the question.
So repeat the question again.
The question is social media. How does he feel about the move for editing on mobile and that then going directly to social media?
How do you feel about the editing and going directly to social media? He's not hearing your audio for some reason. I don't know why.
No, I had to. Yeah, everyone else is muted. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Weird.
So, how do you feel about? So, Andrew, you know what? It's too difficult to handle the audio transition thing here. So let's
just move on
and work with what is
Let's
working.
move on.
I was going to move on to. I was making my way to the Lucid Link booth. Yeah.
Well,
And maybe
we can do
Johnny,
that.
if you could figure out your audio, I'll come
Doing
back.
my best.
And that way, there's no sense fighting it if it's not working, right?
No.
So look, we're going to go straight to the Lucid Link demo then. The Lucid Link demo, Kyle shot this earlier this week, a demo at the booth. It's a couple of minutes long. Here's what's coming from them. It's pretty astonishing.
All right, so I'll show you how this is going to work. What I've got here is the Frame.io interface, the Frame.io web interface up that you're familiar with. And what you'll notice is we've got within this Team LucidLink project, a bunch of different Frame.io projects, and those are mapped into my LucidLink file space. So this integration is going to allow you to read data that's in Frame.io directly into your file space without taking any extra steps. And the way I'm going to really show it is through camera to cloud. So let me scroll down to the destination folder where we're looking at here within Frame. And I've got the Filmic Pro app right here. I'm going to shoot a new piece of content. Hello. All right. And you'll notice that that piece of content that I just shot is going to show up within the Frame.io web interface within a few seconds. So now that showed up right away. It's already great, right? You can already look at it. You can preview it in the web. You can even download it if you need to. But we wanted to take it a step farther and reduce the need to actually download it. What if I'm trying to get that in my Premiere timeline and I don't want to have to do the download? So now if I look over here, this project is mapped into LucidLink, and within about 10 seconds, I should see that file appear. And then I'm going to have the ability to immediately start using that in LucidLink's standard streaming access pattern. So let's wait for this file to appear. And there we go.
So that's it. I'll make it big, like, is the space bar down?
Yeah, so there's the file, and if I just hit play, it'll immediately start playing.
Oh my God.
I just shot this about 15 seconds ago.
Right.
And not only can I play it like that, but I can take it a step farther now and go into the timeline. And if I come over here, I can just import that new shot directly into Premiere, throw it on my timeline, and here we are, 30 seconds after shooting this content, it is now in my Premiere timelines, ready to be edited.
Wow. That's pretty crazy, man.
That's what this new integration is all about.
Guest.
Wow.
Wow, that's awesome. Now I'm just going to come around here I'm at the Lucid Link booth here live. Okay, we'll just go say hi to the Lucid Link team here live.
They're
Okay,
doing
so
some
here we
great
are.
stuff. And by the way, folks, we've been
There we
using
are.
Lucid Link.
There we are.
Hi, how are you?
So unfortunately, the audio, he can't hear you because I've got my earpiece on. So he said, "How are you?"
Great, yeah, doing really well.
So Andrew, why don't I ask the questions rather than you ask the questions? That way he can hear me. Okay, so we're listening. What do you think is the biggest? Here, let's just do that, like that, like that. And so, what's the biggest thing for Lucid Link that you think is happening?
We're sneak peek of an integration with Frame.io, which is really exciting, and I think
Yeah, we just showed that.
yeah, I think a lot of people are really excited about that. So
Yeah.
that's definitely been a big hit so far.
And what have people been asking about for Lucid Link?
I mean, some people are customers and they're asking about some of the new features. Some people have never used it before, and they're still on Dropbox or Google Drive or some sort of sync and share platform.
Yeah.
And they're hearing about it for the first time. So really, a wide range of people. It's quite cool.
That's cool. Yeah. So is it mostly executive class purchasing, or what about the smaller groups that are maybe independents, or
Yeah,
is Lucid Link's pricing changed recently?
Yeah, I mean, it's there's an enterprise model, so there's the model for the big businesses, but then there's also the the business model, which is more for the individual users or the smaller teams.
Yeah.
So we're getting a bit of both. We're getting people from bigger companies that are interested in it on enterprise plan, and then we're getting people that just have maybe a team of 5 that are interested in it just for maybe a couple terabytes.
But is it affordable?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's scalable, so it depends, how much data you have and how, if you only have a couple users, you're only spending, I think, $32 a month per user, so it's pretty affordable.
That's pretty good. Pretty good, especially for the opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just run this past him, Kyle.
Well, yeah. Apparently, I've got a question coming from Andrew.
Yeah. So the pricing now is really, really good. It's $7 to get on board.
Good.
$7
It's
a
really good.
month.
$7 to get on board.
And it's over here. We're seeing $29 for the business level. So
$29 for the business level.
And we've been using it to gather all the data and stuff for the show, which we're going to be using the next show as well.
Together, all the data and stuff for the show. Hey, Andrew, this is a tough one to do. I have to repeat your question as you're doing. It's a bit of a tight one.
This was more of an observation, Kyle.
Right.
So it's just a really good thing. It looks like Lucid Link have heard the market clear and are making Lucid Link accessible to everyone. Would you say that's correct?
Okay, so yeah, thank you. Lucid Link has opened the doors to more now with the price restructuring.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your thought on liberating the tool?
I think it's great. I think the more people get access to it, the more people that are going to benefit from it, and because it just shows up as a drive, as like a mounted volume, the opportunities are endless with how you want to use it. So I think it's great that it's accessible for more people, and I think that's only going to get more people involved in using it and grow the product, and I think it's all good things.
Yeah. And the future of creativity is the name of our show. So the creativity tools that you're giving is the mobile app.
Yeah.
When can I use it now?
You can use it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mobile app's out. iOS and Android. You can upload from both of them. So you can shoot something with your phone and upload right to the file space.
Brilliant.
It's really
Thanks,
great.
man. I appreciate it. Thanks, Ross.
No
Okay. So what do you got going on next there, Andrew?
So it seems to me, this is following the theme of the show as well. A lot of this is about collaboration and interoperability. We're seeing Frame.io doing stuff. We're seeing Lucid doing stuff. We're seeing different manufacturers and software vendors working together to use tools and to make this whole space open to a lot more people. What's your take on that, Kyle?
I'm sorry, Andrew. Either it's my intermittent signal or yours, probably mine, because I'm Wi-Fi here and I'm walking. What was the question?
Let me put it to Ben first, and then you can hear it. So, Ben, there's a lot more interoperability coming down the road, and it seems like a lot more of these companies, software and hardware, are all working together, cloud-based, so that workflows are embracing the best bits of everything. What's your feeling about that?
I think it's been amazing to see. I mean, especially as Karl's touched upon all the brands that are talking about it and operating with Adobe, but you've also got, product like Atomos talking about, shooting and going straight to the cloud. I mean, it's just changing and speeding up workflows immensely. Like even just hearing about, for me as a small operator, hearing about what LucidLink offer as a product now. I've got clients across Australia, so as you can gather, it's quite a big country. So the fact that, they can put stuff in a folder for me and I can be cutting it like that, literally 30 seconds later, you don't have to be necessarily at a conference anymore. You can have a team off-site creating content, going straight to the web, or, or using, when it launches, something like, Kyle would be launching straight to YouTube while he's on location. I think it's just that interoperability just makes things so much quicker than we used to ever have to deal with, go to a broadcast truck or doing whatever to upload to the internet. Yeah.
And look who we have here, Jim Tierney.
Jim, you can't hear what Andrew's saying, so let's do the first intro. Yes, Jim Tierney here. We're live streaming from, Andrew's in the UK, Ben's in Australia, Johnny's walking around.
Okay.
And then we have you here. Now they can hear you because I got my mic.
Okay.
What do you have? Do you have a specific question, or shall I just go ahead?
No, what I've got, before you ask him a question, shall I just play this quick 2-minute demo?
No, we'll do it after. We'll do it after.
So ask him about the integration between BeautyBox and object removal, object masking.
Okay, so he was asking about the integration of BeautyBox and object masking.
Yep.
What's the show's theme is the future of creativity.
Okay.
So how's Digital Anarchy seeing the future of creativity with regards to the integration of your tools?
That's an interesting question.
I put you on the spot.
We just see what the host apps do and figure out how that works with whatever we do, and often it has no impact whatsoever. I mean, like a lot of the AI stuff, especially the generative AI, has just no impact on us at all. But then you get stuff like the object masking, and you're like, oh, this creates a really amazing garbage mat for BeautyBox.
Right, so the difference, and we'll see this in the video that we're about to play. Basically, there's a difference between what Adobe's engineers did with the object masking, so you just easily select something, and then that enables, Jim and his code warriors to use the object masking more effectively with BeautyBox for keeping the face and the hair.
It's not really a programming thing on our end. It's just a tool within Premiere that you can use.
So the stacking of it?
Yeah, you just basically stack it with, BeautyBox or whatever filter, and it just does a really nice job of isolating specific areas. In the case of BeautyBox, you just want to isolate the face and neck area. It does a really amazing job of doing that, and that way BeautyBox doesn't affect things like hair and the background and stuff like that, which occasionally it can do that.
Cool.
Here's a question for you.
Sorry, Andrew, I'm just going to do it because I don't want to repeat your question, if that's all right. So we're going to play the video in just a second. Thank you. It's too difficult. So we're going to play the video in a second. As a person who is an artist and you're building these tools, what do you see the future of creativity is and how these tools are working?
I mean, that's the $64 billion question right now.
Yeah. What do you see here at Max? What's been the epiphany here? What's the biggest thing that you?
I mean, for me, it's really the non-Gen AI stuff that's most interesting, because that's the stuff that actually works and will actually improve what your workflow is and make things easier. The Gen AI stuff, you look at stuff like Generative Extend and you're like, okay, but when am I ever going to use that?
I would use Gen Extend. I use it all the time.
Okay.
It depends, but it's a use case scenario, right?
It's a use case scenario, and there's, when do you? Okay, maybe you need the extra 2 seconds more often than I think, but usually, you're just using it for transition, and there's other ways to.
Yes.
There's other ways to work with that.
By the way, that's a good point. Just so our members know, when you do use Gen Extend, it turns to an 8-bit file, so there's a bit of color shift. Here's a little quick tip that we were talking about at the Adobe booth was when it does the Gen Extend, the 8-bit, and they see the color shift, they know it, they're fixing it, but right now what you could do is, like Jim suggests, that's where you want to have a transition. So bury that shift in something that's happening, like you make the transition start there. Quick tip on how to work with it.
Yeah, so I mean, all that stuff's cool, but I think a lot of the more practical AI stuff is not the Gen AI stuff. It's really just like what they're doing with object masking and some of the other stuff,
right,
where it's just going to be much more impactful on a day-to-day, like every friggin' project basis.
Right.
Where it's just like, you look at the object masking and it doesn't nail all the objects, but for bigger things like, people and faces and other types of objects, it's pretty impressive.
Pretty cool, yeah.
And I think that's, I don't want to say transformative. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's much more impactful on your day-to-day workflow, I think.
Yeah, I certainly don't want to go back to rotoscoping for sure.
Yeah, I mean, right. I mean, like,
okay.
If it saves you from rotoscoping, I mean,
yeah,
like,
for sure.
Fuck yeah.
For sure.
Right?
So we're gonna play.
Okay. We're going to play the video. Then I've got an observation to make.
Okay. Oh, I'm just going to boot off while we play the video. So.
How we're using Premiere's new object masking with BeautyBox. So let's switch on back to the Premiere beta, because currently it's just a beta feature. And the way this works is you grab the object masking tool and you get a bunch of controls up here. And we're going to grab the lasso, and then we're going to lasso. By default, it's going to grab her whole head, and that's not what we want. Because one of the problems with BeautyBox is if you have somebody with blonde hair, sometimes it'll smooth out the hair as well as the skin. And so we're going to use the object masking to create a garbage mat. You'll see that even though it's a pretty rough outline, Premiere is going to do a pretty nice job of finding just the face. And so then I'm going to click the track forward button, and it's going to analyze the video footage. It's going to track that face as she's turning her head even, which is pretty cool. And it's going to give me a really good garbage mat for BeautyBox. And we can play that back. And we see the red area is where the mask is. And it's done a really nice job of doing that. So now we can change this to an opacity mask, because I want that to just be just the face. And now that I've done that, if I turn off the background layer, which is a copy of the original layer, you can see I just have the face there. And so that's the layer that we have BeautyBox applied to. Now we'll select BeautyBox. And no matter how much we crank this up, this is gonna blur her out a little bit too much, but it doesn't affect the hair. So if I turn this on and off, you can see the original, but you can see that it's only affecting just her face where that object mask is. Some of Adobe's new masking AI technology to help out BeautyBox and make it even better than it already is.
That's awesome. Good job, man.
Thank you.
So, and here's the thing. A lot of editors are worried about the future. What does the future hold? And it's about adapting. That's a really clear example, not just of editors, but of people in the industry. Software coders. Jim is a genius, and he's a wonderful man, sponsor as well. But he's adapted what he's doing and has recognized immediately the opportunities that object masking offers for his software. Yeah. So that's, this is what the whole thing is about. It is the future. We're seeing it happen and unfold at Adobe Max. Can John hear us?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can.
Yeah.
So what's your take on this?
To a Chrome. Yeah.
What's your? Yeah.
So what's my take on what? Sorry, I missed the question, Andrew.
Okay. So what's your take on? We know AI is having a big difference. It's having a big impact. We know that there's a lot more people, content creators are getting involved, and so the balance is shifting now. But people who adapt, editors who adapt, and content creators who adapt will have the run of it. They have got tools now that will make them even more effective. What's your thinking on this going forward?
I will just keep repeating this maxim till as long as it's true. I don't think AI is coming for anyone's job. I think if you learn how to use the AI tools, you will still have a job. If the people who refuse to use AI will the ones that are going to fall behind. I think, obviously, we're seeing it used across the board. For every creative tool we have, every company now is announcing some type of AI plugin. So it's here to stay. It's a question of adapting to it. And I don't think we're going to lose any sense of creativity. I think the tools that I'm the most interested in are the ones that are helping workflow, that are helping save time. I don't know any visual effects artist who loves rotoscoping. All right. I don't know any assistant editor who really, really loves to sync sound. These are really boring, repetitive tasks that we've been struggling with for years. And if something can make it better, faster, quicker, or automatic with almost flawless results, then that's just going to free us up to do more things. All right. Our clients will always find more work for us to do. And I think in the long run, that just benefits everybody. We get rid of all the terrible repetitive tasks and replace it with time to create, time to edit. Wouldn't you love an extra couple of hours to ideate on the opening of something if all of the grunt work of syncing and color correcting and whatever has to happen is kind of just done for you in the background, that you can always tweak later? But that's the kind of stuff that I think is very, very powerful. And to be honest with you, and this is just my opinion, I think a lot of the generative stuff that we've seen where it's like, oh, I can create whatever I want and drop things in there, I think a bit of it is a fad and it's going to settle down. And I think what's really, really going to shine are these kind of back-end AI tools that just make the whole workflow process better.
And we know that Adobe are now addressing these two audiences. They've been very quick. They were very quick to spot and are bringing tools for both sides of that market, which is a traditional editor market for Premiere. But then there's the content creator who's using Premiere, Illustrator, AE, Firefly, all of those things. And these are both equally important markets, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, it's always going to be that balance with Adobe as far as especially between the design side, which tends to favor more of these tools, and then the editing side, which we don't necessarily need all that generative tools all the time. But we really like tools that help us speed up our workflow for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And your take on this, Ben?
I think that John's just nailed it. It's all that stuff that's just going to give you, we've always wished that we'd have 25, 26 hours in the workday because there's just never enough time to get what you want done or achieved for a client. If I only had a couple of extra hours or, I've done that main video, but now if I had an extra hour, I can give the client, some social variations of a product that they want. And it's just those ways to just speed up your workflow and find those little ways of just eking out extra time and making a much better product. And in the end, you win and your client wins.
So listen, we've been talking a lot, and we have, it's a phrase that's been used a lot in recent months or either last year or so, content creators. What makes a content creator? Well, do you know what? There's a film for that. Let me just run this past you.
Anyone can be a creator.
As a creator. What is a creator?
To me, a creator is someone who creates something out of nothing. Someone who is able to think of an idea and bring it to life.
That's really what it is at your core, creating something from what you're feeling.
It's the person that takes action on their ideas. Because a lot of people have an idea, but they never actually take the action to make it in reality.
I think a creator is anyone who has an idea they want to share with other people, especially if their perspective on this idea is something they haven't personally seen talked about before.
If you are creating anything for the audience to see, I think you're a creator.
For me, a creator is someone who is making something that others resonate with. You have the tools these days to make any sort of product, short form, long form, photo, video, music. So many people are now able to share their lives, share their unique jobs, share their unique visions of storytelling. So creativity, it's everything. That's what keeps me motivated to keep coming back and keep making videos.
The moment that I looked back and thought oh man, I'm a creator was when I made my first video on TikTok. Got 2 views, but I enjoyed it. I was probably the only viewer to that video, so it was when I was watching my own stuff that I was like, you know what? I think I'm actually a creator.
I started making content when I was 10 years old on an iPod Touch. I love documenting my life and being able to share it with other people. It was just kind of natural for me, and it was something that I always loved to do, so I kept doing it.
I was always consuming YouTube content, and I was like, I feel like I could do this myself.
Anybody can start a YouTube channel, anybody can start a TikTok. A lot of people kind of fall into a trap of like, well, I don't really know what to make anymore, and that's the part that's super, super hard.
Being a creator is a long-term game. Find the thing that you're so passionate about that you can be doing it for years down the road, because that's what makes this job of being a creator so fun.
We all go through.
And that's enough of that. So look, I'd love to get your takes on. Oh, Jason.
We got Jason here. Now, Andrew, again, we can't hear you speaking, or Jason can't hear you speaking. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to roll with it. Thank you, sir. Okay, so we have Jason here, master of color.
Oh, you're being kind.
Yes.
You're being kind.
So tell me, what's the future of creativity for you?
Well, right now, it's really all about masking and effects. Last month, we added 94 real-time, GPU-accelerated, beautiful and gorgeous and modern effects and transitions and animations to Premiere, powered by Film Impact. The Film Impact team is now part of the Adobe team. And so that's was shipping in version 25.5, and now here at Max, we're announcing AI-powered object mask and redesigned shape masks. That's the rectangle, ellipse, and pen masks you folks are all used to using for years, with significantly faster tracking, completely new holistic end-to-end masking workflows and tracking in Premiere. It turns masking from a chore into your creative superpower. Things that used to be tedious and time-consuming, no more frame-by-frame rotoscoping, no more round trips to After Effects if that's not where you want to be. Well, no, let me.
No, what? Seriously?
I missed my words there. The thing is,
dare to dream.
If you're a super advanced video editor or a pro motion designer and you love After Effects, that's your home, that's where you want to be, that's awesome. But if you're an end-to-end interdisciplinary video editor and you got like 5 minutes to do a color correction, you have 5 minutes to put some text behind someone's head, or you have a couple minutes to make a bespoke transition from scratch, you should be able to do that in a video editing paradigm, like really quickly, really efficiently, really effectively. And now you can, because it's not just about hovering and clicking on, an object and quickly tracking them. It's about having new bidirectional tracking, real-time tracking previews, 4 to 20 times faster tracking for the shape masks, 3D perspective tracking, clip and frame track editing
way
modes.
faster too, which is great.
So much faster.
Now, question, Z-Depth, can we have it please?
We're going to log that feature request.
Z-Depth, I just want to add my child up the field, because kids do it on their iPhone, right? So I guess it must be quite difficult to program that to be a quality image. And but what I saw in Max, the sneaks, that was pretty incredible.
That was pretty incredible.
We haven't shown you that part in the videos today, but there's one where the guy's moving a tree amongst, an old tractor, and the leaves, and the item, the 3D item, was sensing all the environment from a still camera that did a 360 still camera thing. Next show, we're going to show that to you. But Jason, what's the scoop, man? How's this going to work? Is this the future that is unlimited?
Well, I'd say the future is unlimited. Just by definition, you never know what's going to happen. All I'll say is, when it comes to the sneaks from last night, with that really advanced, object removal and object addition demo for video, if that's something that users want to see in Premiere on desktop or on iPhone, let us know. Make your voices heard so we can prioritize our resources and see what's possible for providing better solutions in the future. Because now we have all these amazing real-time effects.
He says, yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
We have all these amazing real-time effects. We have a really great system for quickly tracking and rotoscoping and masking any kind of object you have. So where do we go? Where do we go from here?
Yeah.
What's the future? What are the possibilities? We rely heavily on the voices from our community to help us decide what it is we want to build and ship next.
Right.
So let us know what you want to see.
And speaking of that, Adobe culture is creators creating tools for creators.
Yeah.
I mean, really it is, isn't
It really is.
Because those of you may not know, but Jason, he's like a really well advanced colorist. and knows color science from codec algorithms, transcoding to the pixels on the screen, that translation, which is insane. And so I think he has the fix for the dreaded gamma shift, and that he's going to make it sure that all displays show the same way, right? Is that? No, I'm just joking. It's impossible. Yeah.
So like, okay, first of all, when it comes to the gamma thing in Premiere, you want to make sure that your gamma curve is set to the right output, whether it's 2.4, 2.2, 1.9.
Based on your end delivery.
Based on your end delivery.
So broadcast 2.4.
But yeah, but here's
web.
the thing. I personally, as an individual user and video editor and colorist myself, I took QuickTime out of my workflow a while ago because I decided for myself, if there's this inconsistency where this utility of a video player application doesn't have updated color science to the point where it's very difficult for me to match my output from Premiere to this like utility that everyone revolves around, well then I don't want that utility. There's other utility apps I can use.
So what do you use?
I like VLC. There's some other ones I play around and experiment with. But also, like I'm making most of my stuff for YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn. Ooh, I know. LinkedIn.
But you were a feature film guy though, and series, TV broadcast and feature film for the most time.
When I was a colorist, I worked on long form documentaries. I worked on a lot of short form branded content. I was at Warner Brothers Discovery before the Discovery came in. It was called Warner Media Studios in Atlanta, and I worked on all the Turner networks, like like Cartoon Network and Turner Classic Movies and CNN and HBO Max and
right.
all those things.
So when he brings you these tools, he's designing them from a knowledge base that's incredibly deep.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm on our product marketing team, so we help represent the voice of the customer as we decide what are we going to build, what is the opportunity. If we did something, how would it have to look? How would it have to feel? We work on the positioning and messaging and storytelling for those things as we're building them. We ensure that they're built to market requirements, and then we lead the go-to-market efforts. And we come here to the product launches where we announce things, and then we analyze how those features do once they're out in the field. But yeah, it can be a confusing and tricky workflow. There should be a million ways to do a million things, but the most important thing is that any kind of a user has clarity and confidence and understanding of what they're doing and how they're controlling the complete total pipeline of their image from when it's imported into Premiere to when it goes to their final distribution point. Yeah. And to go back to what I was saying before, like me as a user, like most of the stuff I'm creating now that I'm a full-time product marketer on the Premiere team, yeah. I do a lot of social media stuff. I make a lot of YouTube videos. I post a lot of Premiere tutorials on Instagram and TikTok and some silly editor culture stuff too. But what I do is I set my gamma to 2.2 web, because I know that's the gamma curve that is supported in most of the social media networks I'm uploading to. I'm also working in HDR now. I like to color grade and edit as much as I possibly can in Premiere, outputting to HLG with our new color pipeline, because I know Instagram and TikTok are so good at displaying HDR, as is YouTube. So I found kind of a workflow that works for me. I think one of the bigger questions is why are we all putting such a high value on the utility we choose after we export out of Premiere? And that answer a lot of the times is well, that's what a client uses. Like any person off the street, you need to open up quickly a video on your Mac. What app are you going to go to? Right. You use QuickTime. But as the pros, there are all kinds of things we can do and will do to continue to improve that workflow. We're going to keep adding color management improvements outside of what we released this April with our new color management and color pipeline. And we're going to keep adding more fixes over time and more features and more workflows over time. If you can't pick up the vibe, we are doing a lot of work to make Premiere the ultimate end-to-end video editing app for professional video editors, for creative professionals.
Tell him that shows.
Of creative professionals, for the next generation of video editors.
Andrew says to tell you that shows that you're committed to that, and it's really great. And as you're speaking, I'm thinking of all the ways that we handled our codecs, and if you're doing broadcast and socials, would you start in Gamma 2.4 or would you start in 2.2?
I would start with 2.2 because I know that's my destination. That's my
But
output.
no, but you're going to broadcast and you're doing socials. What would you start at?
what would I start at?
Yeah, 2.4, right? Because it's wider.
I would start at the wider end of the funnel.
Because then you could shrink it down to 2.2 for socials.
Yeah.
So that's that workflow. Good tip. Good tip. Thank you. I've always wanted to know that. The other thing is that if we could actually have a file that has a header, I think you and I were talking about this earlier, sort of FMPEG delivery system, which detected the output device so that we don't have to worry about it. When you output a file, it has the 2.4 and the 2.2 information based upon the tool that's exhibiting it.
Yeah, that's a good.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be awesome. But we're recording this, so we're going to log this and bring this back to the
Dare to dream. Dare to dream.
The important thing is like all of this stuff is very complex. And it is entirely subjective. There's no one perfect way to do one thing. There should be, again, a million ways to do a million things. Do we have a platform and a system in place where the user has the autonomy to control the workflow that works for them, or many variations of that workflow that works for different use cases, different types of jobs, for different types of clients? Do we have the control and the autonomy to have confidence in what we're doing from import to export and distribution? That's the important thing, and that's what defines the capabilities of an application. We have that better in Premiere than we've ever had in the past, and we are going to keep continually improving this over time.
Let's give a quick hug to Jason for all the work. Here's John.
Oh, John,
come on, boys. Yeah, okay. This is what it's about: making friends for life and being creative together.
Yeah, I love you guys.
So come to Max. It's worth it. Yeah.
I just want to say real quick.
Oh, here you go. Step in there. Oh, sorry, you'll need a microphone here.
Whenever I see your face on an announcement, I'm like, oh, it's going to be good, because I know Jason's on it, and you're really, really dedicated to us as a group of users who are passionate about this NLE. So thank you for all your hard work.
I appreciate that. We all are. It's a huge team effort. Most of the people who work on Premiere are video editors who have been converted to whatever role they're in. A lot of us are still video editors. We still work out in the field. And like we make it for ourselves. We make it for you guys because we're video editors ourselves.
Yeah. And guess what?
Shameless plug though.
Tell him, guess what? We're also content creators now.
Go ahead and get yourself Premiere on iPhone.
Oh, you can go much closer. Push it right up there. You got it.
Folks, this is
that's
best.
the lens there.
Oh, that's the lens there. Folks, this is best in class video editing made for your
Oh, sorry.
phones. I got real multi-track editing. I've got real audio waveforms. I can send this project to desktop when I'm finished editing. And the iPhones can shoot crazy good.
Sell it, Jason.
Now. So
sell it.
Yeah, it's free. Play around with it, experiment with it. Let us know what you want to see. We want to help you edit wherever you go because we're all kind of like hooked on the timeline. And if I'm shooting something cool on my phone, I don't want to wait till I get home to have to cut it. I just want to sit outside, get some vitamin D, or even just like time off, here at the show.
For an
vitamin
editor.
D. What do we know about vitamin D? What if we give ourselves some more vitamin D, like intentionally, purposefully, and be like, you know what? I'll start this timeline on my phone. I got my files right here. I'm just gonna put a little assembly together. I'm gonna send it to desktop, pick it up in the afternoon when I get back home.
That's crazy, isn't it?
That's the world we're living in now.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Max Fever.
Really. Andrew, Ben, any last words that you want me to send to Jason before we head out?
Just thank you to Jason because that was such a great insight into what's coming forward. And as Andrew said, we are content creators now. We're not just editors. So the fact that we've got all these tools makes it awesome.
And we appreciate what you're doing.
And John?
Thanks, man. Thanks, everybody.
Yes.
Appreciate you guys.
Do you want anything for Jason?
See you the next show.
Okay. I think
I think
Jason
we
can't
covered
hear
it.
you guys, so we're gonna wrap out of this one, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We'll
promise
keep
you
it
next
running.
time. You know what? If Adobe actually gives us some dough, we might actually have a couple extra tools for being able to do this, and you could hear the as well and have your own personal earpiece.
We'll follow up. We're gonna
Okay.
Shameless.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely shameless.
Absolutely shameless.
Yes, that's not
Absolutely
shameless.
shameless.
Okay. Yeah.
We could have our own little set in the corner.
Open your wallet. Ask them just to insert the money in. So look.
I know.
The thing is, we know we've all become content creators. I mean, look at what we're doing here, right?
Yeah.
We're all, and we know Ben's doing it, John's doing it, you're doing it, Karl. We're all becoming content creators. So let's embrace this. They're making tools now, and we know what's coming down the road. Next week's show, we're going to be showing you some stuff that will completely blow your mind. Right, Kyle?
Oh yeah. Well, basically, we're doing this live show, so it's difficult for us to get into the nuance. We've done what we can to bring you the fresh news. The challenging part, and Andrew and I were, we always really try to forge a good show content. And Andrew's point in this discussion we were having about the show's content was, what's the point of talking about stuff that's going to be happening in 26? People want to know what's happening right now, like the new stuff that we can do right now. And at the same time, the future of creativity is about next year's releases too. So we're trying to find this balance. And
also knowing what's coming as creators and as editors, as production companies, we can start preparing ourselves and looking at. So I heartily invite anyone watching this, get involved in the beta programs, see what's coming, and get yourself ready, because if you'll be ahead of the game, because you need to be. This is a really fast changing environment, but the tools that are coming are extraordinary. Get on board. This is a great set of tools here.
Right. Now,
so
what's on our agenda, Andrew? Because Andrew's at Master Control in the UK, and he has the desktop. I'm trying to run from this little iPhone rig that I hacked together.
Well, we've covered most things one way or the other, but the last thing is, and it's got to come from you guys, from you and John, what's been the best thing at Adobe 2025, Adobe Max? What's your big key takeouts from the show?
Go ahead, John.
Oh, God, I don't want to go first. I'm still thinking.
You know what?
Give us your top
overwhelming
three.
how much is going on.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming.
Networking. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the networking and making friends, because that's really important.
We've shown it. Like it's important, but we've shown it in action here. So I could give you the 411 afterwards, but truly, it's what you're making lifelong friends. Like I met John at Max in person. Now we've known each other outside, but being here in person to meet John, Kess, who would love to be here, but he's got stuff going on because there's a whole sorts of presentations.
He works for the company now, so he's busy.
Yeah. We were really lucky to get Jason. That's awesome. I could probably try to find Kylie if she's around. Oh, well, I got someone.
Yeah. Let me just say to that effect, I can't stress enough, if you really are interested in being here and getting the full experience, is to join the Community Experts program. I think we pitched that at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
It's a great way to meet a ton of people, because sign up to work a booth. I'm looking over here at the After Effects booth in front of me. I see friends that I met 2 years ago at this booth. I was working as a booth attendant, and I saw Sebastian and David and all these guys. It's sort of like you go through this summer camp process in like 3 or 4 days. You get intensely bonded, you're all working at the table, you're talking to customers, you're trying to help people with tech support, things like that. And you look forward to seeing them again the next year. And it's like no time has passed, you can catch up with all of them. What's that?
It's okay. Are you guys getting echo?
Yeah. Is that finished now? Has that gone?
No, you're still getting echo, and I think it's because your audio is
coming
from screen share. So if you
use
the audio from your desktop, it'll probably work.
We're back out now. We're back out.
Okay. I thought it was just me, because I've been the worst. I've been the worst technically challenged person here.
Yeah, no, it's only when you do screen share today. Yeah.
But also, I will say, like on a deeper, more tangible level, is I know that there's people coming to this. I looked at the thing in advance. I actually have a client that's here. I'm gonna have to go see them pretty soon. They're
behind you. Behind you.
Right there. Hey everyone, it's Karl Soule.
Hey everybody.
We're live.
Hi Karl.
How's it going?
Let me see if I can change the microphone here real quick. That's good. Yeah. So Karl and I taught an amazing pre-conference class together. I thought it went amazingly well. And
2 days instead of 1. So.
Yes, they wanted more, which is always what you want to hear in your feedback. So yeah, it was really an incredible experience. So, and Kyle is the man. Kyle, sorry, Karl. Karl, I'm talking to Karl. Kyle is also the man. Karl is definitely the man, and knows everything about Premiere Pro and editing and workflow. And it's just
And thank him
so
for
great
it.
to see
Thank
him
him for us.
And they're all saying thank you so much. Thank you for everything that you do, man.
John did an amazing job with the class. We really gave them a challenge this year. We gave them no Premiere project. We gave them a 100 gigs worth of B-roll, an interview, and John and I even used Camera to Cloud to shoot more B-roll.
You're breaking up there, I'm afraid.
Promotional piece for the Russell Preston Brown pre-conference. So it was an interview with Russell, who's employee number 1 at Adobe. He's been here 40 years.
I'm going to go over there and I'm going to come back to you.
Did all this B-roll footage, even archival stuff going back to 1990. And they were able to cut some stuff together. Oh no!
Hey, Karl. We had a bit of an audio thing going on, so my mic is a little bit cool. Hey, John, you're going to move in closer. There you go. No, keep on doing what you're doing, but now you can use my mic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I see.
That's why I came to rescue.
So, yeah, the goal was in 8 hours' time was to take a 20 to 30-minute interview of Russell, cut it down using text-based editing, and then deliver a promo piece within the next day or two. And we had a number of people, I think over half the class uploaded a project. And we had one guy who really stood out. He was like editing at night and did a lot of final stuff with it. He delivered the final piece last night. It's absolutely incredible. I'm going to be posting it publicly someplace. And as a special reward, I got him a 1-year code for Creative Cloud because he really went above and beyond. Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah.
That's cool. Karl, coolest cat in creative, I tell you, man. I'm here because Karl sponsored me as an Adobe community expert. He's the one that suggested that I could join, and I really gratefully appreciate it. Odyssey actually is what Odyssey. That group. Yeah. And
well, thank you for all the work that you do in getting, both you guys just do. Andrew, I what you do for the community and what you do for having a forum that really stays focused on kind of solving problems rather than just whinging.
Whinging. Yes. Yeah, no whinging allowed. One of the coolest, and Ben Lane, you haven't really met, but Ben's in Australia. And he is like the key. If you need a representative in Australia, Ben is like so busy working, it's insane, and helping on the forum. He's been there for as long as Andrew has.
Ben, give me a thumbs up. You know John Barry, right? Yeah. Oh, of course. Okay.
Yes.
So when I was based in Singapore from 2011 to 2016, I fought to get John hired, and there was a lot of push that, he's based in Melbourne, we need someone in Sydney, and I really pushed for it, and he has just outdone himself. He's just such an integral part of the team now, and he's kind of a one-stop shop when it comes to dealing with A and Z down there. So thank you for everything you do.
No, pleasure.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Karl. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna go and interview Shawn over here.
Shawn is another real rock star.
Yeah. What's the dirt on Shawn? What should we ask him?
Ask him about his Elvis impersonation.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We'll do that. Okay. John, you know what? I have another mic I could have lent you, and you could have Bluetoothed it. Next time, we'll be better at this, you guys. Thank you for being so kind and patient for us doing this.
Go find Shawn. Go find Shawn.
Right yeah, he's talking to somebody right now. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. So here we are. I am here with Shawn. Now, Shawn's background, let's get a better frame here. We're here in front of the Frame.io booth. We're going to talk about Frame. There we go, that works.
Oh, right in the center, there we go.
Yeah, that works. Now, Shawn, I heard from Karl that your first career was as an Elvis impersonator, but a drag version.
No, not a drag version, although I fully support, love it. I used to do Elvis when I lived in Vegas. So I used to impersonate him. I did. I worked on the streets, working on tips. But I did do shows and stuff when I got out of high school, and then I just recently did one for my grandma a couple years ago. So yeah, big Elvis fan. Well, since my baby left me, I've had a new place to dwell. Down in the lonely street, Heartbreak Hotel.
Man, they should book you for the bash.
You know what?
You
I would love that.
definitely need to do that.
I
There's a
would be
bash that last night and performance. Was it last year? The DJ was
T-Pain.
I don't know. It was crazy. No, that wasn't it. Was it?
Oh, that was the performer. I
No,
don't remember.
the bigger. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It was the basketball we're gonna let Shawn talk about Frame for a minute. Is that
Yeah,
right?
thank him. By the way, thank him for Frame, because it has worked flawlessly for us for this show, grabbing all the footage. It's been brilliant. Thank him for that. And I'm going to turn over to you both.
Frame working. It's been flawless. We've been using it with Lucid Link, Frame.io, workflow through the iPhone. It's been quite amazing to be able to do that and speed up things, and we're giving you props there, Shawn.
I love it. I'm
Now,
seeing
Shawn,
hand clap.
what do you do? Okay, here comes Johnny. We'll put him in there too. Okay, so what do you do with Adobe, and why? And then what's the future creativity? And then roll in Frame's role.
Wow. Okay. Well, good question.
You have 20 seconds. No. Okay.
Okay, great. Hi, my name is Shawn. No. My name is Shawn. I'm a video evangelist here at Adobe. Here, I'll give everyone a little looky-loo. Shawn McDaniel. You can find me on Instagram, ShawnTCB. I do a ton of videos about Adobe products. I primarily focus on video. So that's Premiere, that's Frame.io, that's Firefly Video, anything related to all of that in our video world. You can come to me as a resource. As far as what I do on a day-to-day, talk to folks like yourselves, folks like you streaming with us, communicating online in the chats.
Show the member of the forum too.
I am in there.
Yeah, he's in there answering questions and helping people, which is like, thank you.
No, we love it. I mean, you guys are what we want to listen to. We want to make the product work for you. So we love being in there and getting some hand clapping back there. I love it. Hi, Andrew. How are you? Miss you, buddy. But yeah, our job is to be an advocate for the product and make sure that we're kind of an advocate for speaking up for you to get what you want back into Adobe.
Right.
And we also do presentations and do stuff like this, so it's really amazing.
So you were a content creator, like you did editing, a lot of post
Yes.
on a high level.
Yes.
Then you became a part of Adobe.
Well, actually, it was a part of Frame.io first. So
Right.
I worked as a freelance editor. I started I did a lot for BuzzFeed, MGM, Riot Games as just an editor. But then I got moved into Frame.io as a customer support specialist. So actually, used to be a chatbot. So if you guys have used Frame for a while, we probably have talked on the chat a few times.
Not about time code.
Probably if we had.
No, but the time code thing.
Oh, chat meaning like chat
I'm giving you a hardball one.
Oh man,
there's a solution coming for the time code issue for files between 4 and 3.
Well, yeah,
we're working on it.
We're working on it. We got it all
Okay.
logged. We're making it happen.
Sorry, I'm giving you a hard time.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, customer support. Moved in to be a content producer on the marketing side, and then ended up on Adobe Evangelism. So I work under Jason Levine. So if anyone saw the James Gunn interview yesterday,
Oh my God, that was so good.
That was him.
So that is, if you're looking for it, there's basically 3 shows at Max. There's the keynote beginning, which is what it is, and then there's the keynote inspiration.
Yes.
I cried at the keynote inspiration in LA last. It was like it's great for 2 years ago in LA. This one had James Gunn and Jason Levine.
Amazing.
Talking creative. What it means to be dangerously close to being honest with yourself as an artist.
And James Gunn has been really great about putting his unique style, but really bringing the human side back. Like, I was a big fan of Superman. I thought they brought a real human side back to that character, and I thought it was really well done. And I think that's a reflection of James Gunn himself. So, and Jason is just a lover of all of this world and technology, and he loves the community. So it's really nice to have those two together talking on stage and just blowing it out of the water, quite frankly.
Well, what was your biggest take on Epiphany, like the 1 10-second gift of inspiration on that?
I mean, I think inspiration as a whole in the creative world, I actually mentioned this earlier on another video, was that I think the creativity in this industry is great because it's the deep parts of your mind, of those beautiful thoughts and those visions or those ideas that you really have and you really care about, the things that give you the goosebumps.
Yeah.
You know, make those butterflies in your
Good or
stomach.
bad too,
Good
right?
or bad. But you can bring those to life and showcase and give an idea and a look into how your mind thinks and feels. And I think it's really vital and important. And that's why I think the community works so much, because we all share in that idea of bringing out something creative. And I think that's why we all just kind of connect and get along, whether
time,
you're
man.
video, whether you're graphic design, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a great relationship.
It is. And so speaking of tools, actually, quick question. Do you guys have any questions you want to throw in there before I ask what tools? Okay, good. Frame.io bought for a pretty tidy sum.
Adobe bought Frame.io.
Yeah.
1.25
billion. Like that's a lot. And the interoperability. Now, is the show's concept is the future of creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Creativity flourishes with logistics being reduced, which is what Frame's all about, right?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. When you have, especially when you're working with teams, whether you're individual or you work with a bunch of, different people kind of making the wheels work, where do you put all that stuff? Do you send it through an email? Do you send it through text message? Slack, whatever tools you're using, stuff's all over the place.
Yeah.
And I think Frame's really, really good at making sure that all that stuff's in one location. It's easy to add your users in. You could share stuff out. I really love the shares features in Frame, because you can almost have like your own landing page with curated stuff you can put in there. You can edit that share without affecting the URL. So it really supports all ends of production, even pre-production to post, all of those features. And then as we integrate into more tools at Adobe, especially things like Firefly boards and whatnot, you really are going to take that process from the beginning to end. And hopefully Frame.io will be the hub to drive that all the way to completion.
Which leads me to Frame is open to Avid, Resolve, Premiere.
We have some integrations, where you can bring comments out.
Adobe Bridge, being the glue was originally vision was to have all interoperability of every application, use Bridge to bridge it all on. Frame has the opportunity to bridge all of the NLEs, because my dream would be anybody who I'm working with, if they want to work on Final Cut, if they want to work on Premiere, if they want to work on Resolve, or because of a specific function that's in that application, then Frame has the ability to provide us with that glue that holds it all together.
Absolutely. I mean, look, Frame is a file transfer tool. So, I mean, and one of its great many qualities, but you can upload anything to Frame. So whether you export it from one app to another, even if there's not an integration, you can still use Frame.io as your primary source of uploading data and files and whatever you want. So
right. So if you're doing embedded, okay, here's a question, because I don't know this. I'm hoping. I think it's right.
I hope I know.
I hope it happens. But so if you're working in Resolve and you're working in Premiere, and it's a dynamic link publication, so you don't have to export, but I guess you would. If assets are being changed in Frame, they will automatically update in Resolve? Not yet, right?
No, and
when is that? When can we have that, please?
Well, if you want an integration with Frame.io and Resolve, highly recommend talking to Blackmagic, because they're the ones that are actually going to be able to build it, because we have an open API. So we invite developers to go in and use our tool and see how you can connect the dots. So absolutely talk to Blackmagic. We want to work with everyone. So
I have a question, by the way,
raise
Karl.
up that poll. They'll be the ones to be able to build it. But either way, you can use Frame as your hub to send files from Premiere to Resolve to Final Cut via the application. It's easy to upload, whether it's through the web page or Frame.io Transfer, which is a separate free app, and you can easily throw stuff in there.
Andrew has a question. He's going to give it to me, and I'm going to repeat it.
Sure.
Please.
So Lucid Link have dropped their pricing recently and made their offering much simpler.
Lucid Link has dropped their pricing and made it much more. They've liberated the tool so that it's not primarily enterprise, that smaller shops and independents and content creators looking for an affordable way to work with these tools, the file asset management communication tool.
What is Frame.io and Adobe doing to change the perception? It's expensive and complicated.
What is Frame and Adobe gonna do to sort of address the needs of the people that don't have the big enterprise budget money that Lucid Link has already made the effort for? We're not going to we're going to make you sweat a little bit here, brother.
No, sweat me. It's all fun. I mean, look, we want the products to work. I mean, we have a great relationship with Lucid Link, and they love Frame.io, so it's really great to see them expand the product. And again, it's leaning in on our open APIs. We want the tools to work for you.
What about the price point?
Well, as far as the price point, I mean, they're always going to try and compete with what we're doing. I feel like our plans are very affordable and cost effective for large enterprise companies, but also for the individual creator. I mean, you're looking at $15 a month per user, you get 2 terabytes, and then as you add a user, you get 2 additional terabytes of storage. Now,
that's not bad.
No, it's amazing. And then you go to a team plan, it goes up $10 more, and you get 3 terabytes and then 2 terabytes per person you add.
So that's reasonable.
Absolutely. So we're
Cool.
giving you more storage space, and we're giving you more room to kind of play in, and you've got the backbone of Frame.io in there.
No, Andrew, that was your question, correct?
Yes, it was. I think it's my question was almost about the perception. I think the perception for many editors.
He's asking about the perception that Frame's is more expensive.
You know, I mean, look, I think bottom line is
this will help.
No, absolutely. I mean, look, the mediums are changing. Creators, creative pros. I mean, that lines are getting blurred, and I think we're all still kind of trying to figure out exactly where those segments are and where everyone kind of fits in. So it's great to have that challenge out there to be able to go, you know what, let's see what we can do. So I say bring it on. Let's make the products better so that you guys have a better experience. And we're listening. Our eyes are open. We're good about taking in feedback. So if you have product ideas or pricing things, throw them in the forums. We're in there. We want to hear you. So,
and just to wrap up here, if you're an enterprise customer and the right deal is made, you may be able to get a little icing on that cake, Andrew, of Shawn doing an Elvis impression at your corporate event.
I mean, give me a call. I still have my Elvis suit, so it's all good. But yeah, I love doing Elvis, and it's just fun to be able to, bring some life, a little love back in the world.
Ask him to come on the show.
Of course, thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, he's already said he would. Awesome.
Great.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you for your time.
Cheers, brother.
Bye.
Okay, ciao.
Thank you.
So what do you think, John? That was a lot. We got some great stuff.
I think we've gotten some really good coverage here, you guys. You want us to wrap it up here?
Well, we could. First of all, I have a small confession to make.
Uh-oh. You're not wearing pants.
I set my clocks wrong. So I thought I still had 3/4 of an hour left at the beginning of the show.
Okay. Oh my gosh. So yeah. I had to start the show. I'm like, we're sitting there. He said he was going to go change his shirt, and John's like, I think he said 30 minutes. And I said, no, he couldn't possibly. It must have been 30 seconds. And we're sitting there, and it's so. For all of you watching, we were on time. All of us. Just that the on-time time for Andrew was an hour later.
I wasn't on time. We'll doubtless bust my balls about this later. But listen, it's been great. It's been really good having you there. It's actually worked a lot better than we imagined, because sometimes these things can be very difficult. Yeah. But listen, guys, do you want to give us a quick spin round?
What we're going to do is we're going to give you this. So this is the big digital sign behind us here. I know, trying to get a good shot live here. John's on his phone, but basically that's
cool.
Digital sign. Woo! But
That's
let's
cool.
go back to the After Effects and Premiere booths, because that's pretty darn cool. That's what it is. That's where we are at Adobe Max, and we were talking about networking. That's what John's doing right now. Networking.
Yeah.
he's fully engrossed, isn't he? He's
totally. Well, this is what we're really lucky to have got a bunch of people here talking on camera, because it is crazy busy. There literally is not a second to spare at Max. It's insane, because you can't possibly do everything you want to do. here.
No.
And we've got to do a
Yeah.
big shout out. We've got to do a big shout out to Mr. Lane here. To Ben Lane, first of all.
stepping in.
First time here. It is stupid o'clock in Australia at in the morning, and he got up specially to do this. So Ben, thank you so much. I'd love to have you back on again. Maybe we'll do something your time next time.
No, that throws you guys completely out of whack. But it's been really good. I mean, it's been great to get the insight though from someone here, especially in Australia, who can't necessarily attend a show like Max because it's a fair hike away for us from Australia. But the insight's been great. I mean, just watching everything come out in the last 24 hours on social media has been amazing, like from Karl Lee and everyone else on Instagram, and just seeing the content of, the way it's changing our industry. And for you guys to be boots on the ground and see it firsthand is awesome. And for you to get the people that we've spoken to today has been brilliant.
Yeah, I was really hoping to show Kylie, but she was here, and Kylie has been crazy busy because she's so knowledgeable and helping people. She did want to be on, and just big shout out to Kylie. Thank you for being so supportive of members.
Thank you, Kylie.
Big Kylie fan here. So anything else, John?
I think not. We've run for an hour and a half, but John, do you have any closing words?
It's overwhelming to be here in so many ways, so I'm a little bit of at a loss for words here. I also probably a little bit hungover from the bash, but I will say, if you have the means to get to Max, come to Max. It's an incredible time. You're going to meet a lot of people, and the joy, again, like I mentioned, catching up with them if you attend another Max after that, seeing familiar faces. It's really, really fun. But if not, that's fine. It's all been broadcast. It's all online. Go check out all of the sneaks, all the seminars, the keynotes, all available. Check it all out. It's amazing.
Yeah. And watch the show next week where we'll be doing a roundup and reviewing all of this stuff. Karl's got an awful lot to share with you. Ben, any last words from you, mate?
No, it's been great. I mean, I think we've touched on that whole thing about how it's just our industry is changing, and we have to. It's not embracing the change. It's adapting those tools, cherry pick the things that are going to make you a better creator. Because we all like to say we're editors, but we're creators. We're creating things across many different facets of. I'm doing stuff that's broadcast through to 6-second pre-rolls for commercial clients. It's about finding those tools that are just going to make it easier and give you more time back in the day. It's not about your jobs disappearing. It's about efficiencies in your process. And if you can adapt to those, then you're going to come out miles ahead.
I agree.
That good, fast, cheap paradigm is changed to not pick two, it's all three now.
Yeah.
For sure. And the challenge is that there's an expectation to deliver more and higher quality work for the same amount of price. And that's the tough part on us, really, as creators. So the future
that's about
is for
communicating.
The future is getting those logistics down so that, maybe it's not so stressful for us. And that's why I was so grateful for that insight about the gamma, 2.4 versus 2.2, and starting with broadcast 2.4, down to 2.2 for web. So over to you, Andrew.
I can only say the same thing. I've been seeing all this stuff going on remotely, but I was at IBC last month. It's the same thing. There's a lot of networking, which is really good. But I think the announcements that have been made that we've finally been able to share, because most of us under NDA a lot of the time, that we've finally been able to share and that are being show us the way forward. And I think that Adobe have embraced creators, content creators, as well as editors now. I think that's a massive move forward, and I think it's going to benefit all of us.
Big time. Thank you all. I hope you enjoyed the show.
And we're going to end the stream now. I hope this ends properly, and we'll speak to you.
It'll end properly, don't you?
It'll probably end in 15 minutes after I leave, or something like that. Listen, take care. God bless.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Cheers.